6 girls.
How many bedrooms?
2 bedrooms, and 1 bedroom is like 3 girls.
Hi everyone, welcome to my new podcast. This is called Delete Later with me, your host Fizahan. And today we're joined with a very special guest, Michi!
Yay! Hi everyone, I'm Michelle.
So Michi is actually a model and we've known each other kayak udah lumayan lama ya.
Udah lumayan lama ya.
Kayak udah 5 tahun kayaknya gak sih?
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your background in modeling.
Oh, okay. So I've been modeling for 4 years this year. And then I also a student, and yeah, that's all.
Oh, itu gimana sih kayak balancing both studying sambil modeling?
Oke, jadi because aku udah tahu aku modeling tuh sebelum aku masuk kuliah kan.
Okay.
So since I was in high school. Jadi waktu aku mau masuk kuliah, I already think kayak what should I do? I still want to study, tapi my modeling career ini udah bagus gitu loh.
Yeah.
So I decided to take an online classes kuliah, and the good thing is orang tua aku juga kayak agree and they support me also.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
So I know kamu pernah placement kan di Singapore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Singapore.
Itu gimana? How was it?
So it's my first placement,
Yeah.
and I was so excited about it, and I feel so happy karena kayaknya nggak terlalu banyak model dari Indonesia yang placement di Singapore.
Yeah.
And it was so good. I met a good agency also there, and they also like support me to get like casting work di sana. So I work with like so many brands kayak photo, but there I didn't work for runway karena my height di sana tuh kayak kurang tinggi sih sebenarnya kan. I'm 171 centimeters kan.
Yeah.
Jadi I work mostly for photo, campaign, and then my most favorite job di Singapore itu waktu I work for Skechers.
Oh.
And it was like they have a collab with some anime thing, and then it was like they gonna put it in the store billboard. So it
Yeah.
was I'm so happy when I get it. And I also work for mostly like clothes, shoes, like that.
Oh, did you ever get to see the billboard kayak sendiri? Did you see it?
Nah, so I stayed there for like 2.5 months kan, and the work is like displayed when I already go back to Indonesia. That's why.
Oh, okay. If anybody's in Singapore and you see Michelle,
Yeah.
take a photo and tag her.
True.
Okay. Jadi itu di situ kan kamu tinggal di mana? Di model apartment.
Yeah, model apartment.
Oke, itu gimana? Model apartmentnya bagus atau gimana?
Okay, so I stay in model apartment where there is 6 girls.
How many bedrooms?
2 bedrooms, and 1 bedroom is like 3 girls. Jadi kayak you guys already know ya, imagine 6 cewek disatuin di satu rumah. You guys know what is there, right?
And then
Drama and all of the things.
itu gila sih, it's Singapore
Yeah.
size apartment on top of that.
Yeah.
Itu, oh my god.
And also we stay on bunk bed.
Oh my god. Itu
Yeah.
gimana? Jadi how did you feel kayak?
Actually it's good experience sih karena I never stay kayak di dorm gitu kan.
Yeah.
I didn't go to dorm school also kan. Jadi when I go there, actually I don't know it was like a bunk bed. And I know we gonna stay in one room like 2 girls or 3 girls, tapi I know it's a bunk bed when I go there gitu loh.
Yeah.
Jadi when I was go there like, okay.
Surprise.
Surprise. And it was like 6 cewek. Yeah, you guys know lah what happened when 6 girls in one home every day.
Kamu dapet top atau bottom bunk?
Bottom bunk,
Oh,
karena
thank God.
I'm such a light sleeper.
Iya.
Jadi kalau lampunya nyala kan if I go top bunk kayak I'm gonna wake up instantly gitu loh.
Iya. Kamu pernah dapet roommate aneh gak?
Roommate aneh. Yes, actually it's housemate ya, karena
Iya.
it's not in my room actually.
Okay.
Tapi housemate, ya.
Gimana gitu? Bisa diceritakan sedikit mungkin?
Kalau waktu itu, ini waktu aku Singapura kan.
Iya.
Jadi aku sampai itu di satu rumah itu aku yang terakhir sampai.
Oke.
And then when I go there, mostly the models itu from, and I'm the only one yang orang Asia kan. And when I was go there, I was like, yeah, kenalan ke semua orang. And then she was like, jadi orang ini dia itu kayak little bit touchy. Kayak at first I thought it was like touchy yang baik, yang kayak ya dia friendly, but after like maybe at the first day and the second day I was like still okay, and then I was like oh dia friendly, dia emang suka ini bareng gitu kan. And then tapi kan after 1 minggu and then 2 minggu dia kan kayak apa ya, semakin touchy dan semakin aku kan juga udah jadi risih ya. And then I talk to other girls kayak, do you guys feel kayak dia tuh ini kayak touchy and something? And mereka ngerasain juga gitu loh. Dan kayak kita cari tahu gitu. And then we talk also to the mother agency karena kan kita live satu rumah. Kayak and we gonna stay there untuk 2 bulan kan. Jadi kayak kalau mungkin kayak kita nggak akan bisa tahan gitu loh 2 bulan dengan kerisihan ini. Jadi I talk to the agency, and then the agency talk to her, and dia kayak dia bilang kayak no I didn't do that la. But tapi kita bilang enggak, kita ngapain bohong, there's kan 6 girls and 5 of us like ngerasain hal yang sama gitu loh. So yeah, we talk kayak why we lie, this is like 5 girls against 1 gitu loh. So yeah, and then the agency kayak I don't know, maybe warn and then a little bit blacklist her, but I don't know.
Okay, wow, itu aneh sih kayak masa gitu. Aku juga pernah dapat roommate aneh. Tapi
really?
I had a roommate. Dia gak pernah mau nutupin korden.
Oh my god.
And then bayangin waktu itu aku lagi di Japan and it was like summer. Jadi every day the sun rises at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. ya?
Iya, 4 a.m.
Oh,
kayak during the summer. And then kayak selalu the light hits the room kan. And I'm also a very light sleeper like you said. Jadi tiap hari I would wake up at 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, always ya. Ada something deh di model apartment itu. Selalu ada. Iya.
You mentioned tadi you're the only Asian kan yang that was working. Itu kayak did you feel isolated at all?
The only Asian in my apartment ya. Tapi in my agency ada juga Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tapi mostly like that or European models ya. Isolated sih enggak ya, but so there's like ada positifnya dan ada negatifnya actually. Kayak the negative side ya, kadang kan mereka marketnya juga pengennya lebih ke yang muka-muka yang kayak Russia, that's why mereka ambil lebih banyak model yang Russia and European ini face kan. Tapi the positive side, kayak tiap aku pergi ke casting, kayak aku tuh jadi beda sendiri gitu loh. You get it? And then kayak jadi mereka lihat kayak this girl ininya beda sendiri. And kayak nggak sama model yang lain, jadi itu sih positive side-nya.
Iya. Tapi pernah kayak ngerasa kayak kangen gak sendirian? Karena kan pasti semuanya kayak do they get cliquey or no di sana?
Cliquey? What do you mean? What is cliquey?
Kayak mereka cuma mau misalnya dari satu negara ini hanya mau sama satu negara itu dan kayak gitu. And you're the only Indonesian kan?
Oh, yes. Kayak mostly kan in my apartment kan. Jadi ya, nah that's also the kesusahan aku waktu baru nyampe di sana. Karena mostly, jadi mereka talk with language, bukan with English gitu loh. Jadi kayak aku kayak bingung juga gitu loh mau ngomong sama mereka, kayak mau nyambung ke pembicaraannya juga karena bingung, karena mereka juga ngomongnya pakai gitu.
I experienced the same thing actually, karena kayak so my agency when I was working abroad juga itu kayak we went in a car called casting.
Oh ya, car.
We had a car. And then ini satu mobil tuh semuanya ngomong to each other in the same language. Abis itu aku sendiri yang kayak gak bisa.
Iya, I get it.
Lonely kan?
Lonely, benar.
Tapi dia ya benar positifnya. Jadi kayak emang walaupun kita doang yang Asia, tapi jadinya langsung kayak striking.
Iya, benar.
Jadi aku mau tanya also, what is the craziest shoot or job experience yang kamu pernah have?
Crazy sih kayaknya enggak ya. Maybe just like memorable ya.
Oke.
Waktu itu aku shoot kayak di do you know Rawa?
Rawa itu kayak swamp ya?
Yeah, swamp.
Iya.
And then kayak it was in Jakarta actually, in Pik.
Oke.
Kayak dia di Rawa, and it was 12 p.m. It was so hot, dan apa sih kalau keringetan dan lembab gitu, you know?
Iya,
Humid, and then I wear like a leather kulit, leather dress, and there is so many. I don't know. I think it's not a nyamuk ya.
Iya.
Kayaknya I don't know, kayak something that bite. Ya, makanya it was so like, so many, it's so overwhelmed, kayak it's panas, terus kayak pakai leather dress, and banyak gigitan-gigitan, I don't know, nyamuk atau bees.
Oh my god.
Iya, ini tengah hari.
Jadi gimana afterwards? Kayak did you get compensation? Kayak dapet digigit gitu?
No actually, tapi karena aku ngerasa itu nggak terlalu parah sih, jadi kayak ya it's still okay lah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Masa tapi full leather. It's
Yeah, it's full leather.
I cannot wrap my head around that. Like I'm still in disbelief.
Iya.
Kamu nggak pernah sama binatang photoshoot?
No, belum pernah. Tapi mau sih aku.
Kamu mau? Mau, beneran?
Iya. Tapi like cute animals ya, dog or
No. Kalau
cat.
tiba-tiba siput gimana?
No. Oh, kata tiba-tiba snake gitu kan?
Iya. Mau nggak?
No, thank you.
Waktu itu actually aku pernah shoot, and then dikasihin siput. Ditaruh siput di sini.
Real?
Iya,
Kayak
real.
hidup
dibawain di botol aqua. Tadinya kayak you know how they put the siput kan di botol aqua biasanya.
di botol aqua?
Iya, and then dikeluarin, and then like
Oh my god, for apa skincare?
enggak, kayak test shoot.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it is, very explorative.
Iya, explore ya, karena test shoot it.
Ya, tapi aku nggak bisa kayaknya kalau snake. Bisa nangis
Iya
sih,
kan?
kecuali
Iya, bener.
dibayar.
Okay.
Before a shoot, do you have like any routines or rituals maybe kayak sebelum datang or even beforehand?
For a shoot, kalau untuk photo shoot ya,
Yeah.
maybe like malam sebelumnya I put sheet mask like that. But if it's like a very important shoot, and dan kita udah tahu shootnya tuh kayak dari minggu lalu, mungkin kita kayak udah take care of, especially untuk skincare and makeup ya. And also if there's a video shoot kan,
Iya.
kayak we need to take ya ini aja sih, ini muka aja sih,
Iya.
kayak skincare maybe do some treatments kayak.
Iya.
Tapi kalau untuk runway, it's I don't know, it's my habit ya. Tapi before I go to the stage,
Iya.
I always do like peregangan muka, something like that.
Gimana? Oh really?
Like that, so my face nggak tegang,
Iya.
dan kayak karena kan we need to do straight face kan.
Iya.
Jadi we need to make it the straight face kayak nggak tegang dan harus natural gitu deh intinya.
Iya,
Jadi kayak aku selalu bikin peregangan muka kayak A I U E O.
Oke.
And then like, and then udah.
Mungkin aku harus coba sih. A I E O.
I U E O. Ya it looks weird ya. I know, tapi I always do that before I go to the runway.
Yalah, it works. She's the face of EFW. Just look.
Iya itu sih.
Oke. Tapi kamu pernah gak sih kalau lagi jalan runway tiba-tiba mau ketawa?
Yes. Jadi kayak it's not really big show.
Yeah.
Itu kayak trunk show. Jadi we can see who stand there, who
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
us
yeah.
kan. Karena kalau if it's in the big runway kan ada lights, kita nggak bisa lihat orang siapa yang nonton kita.
Yeah.
Jadi ini tuh lagi trunk show, and there is my friend watch me, and and he was like megang phone terus kayak
Ya
gitu.
Allah.
Tapi aku gak ketawa sih, aku kayak then I go back to ini lagi ke Fierce lagi.
Iya.
Cuman kayak hampir ketawa.
Hampir ya.
Iya, hampir.
Itu aku paling nggak suka kalau tiba-tiba ada orang yang aku kenal.
Iya, bener.
Kayak rasanya langsung kayak tegang mau ketawa.
Apalagi kalau mereka ketawa juga gitu
Iya
loh.
kan?
Iya.
Kayak makanya kayak whenever my family itu kayak mau nonton kayak fashion show or something, kalau misalnya kan kadang dapat slot kan.
Iya.
I'm like, no, you're not invited. Kamu gimana?
Iya. Aku sih mungkin kalau kayak event-event penting yang kayak kemarin kan aku IFW Icon kan.
Iya.
Ya mungkin waktu launch-nya aku undang sih orang kayak ini. Cuman kalau trunk show atau kayak pementasan gitu, yes ya, sama kayak kamu, nggak mau undang.
Yeah, bahkan I didn't invite my parents to Miss Universe ID final.
No way.
Yeah, I said don't come.
Really?
Karena pasti tegang.
Iya ya.
Pasti tegang. So, you know, jadi kan pasti you have a lot of experience with modeling and runway and also photo shoot. What is like a beauty secret yang pernah kamu belajar on set or behind the scenes?
Jujur aku belum mikir ini. Bentar ya.
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
So kayak aku tuh punya kesusahan untuk menemukan shade foundation dan bedak yang persis sama kulit aku.
Okay.
Jadi kan I check my ini dong apa yang ini color what is it called?
Undertone?
Iya, undertone.
Okay.
And then I was like, I see my vein like kayak ini. Oh, I think I'm a cool tone gitu loh.
Yeah.
Habis itu aku carilah kayak shade, tapi nggak nemu-nemu gitu loh. And then aku cari juga di warm, neutral juga nggak nemu-nemu. And then ada satu makeup artist, and then dia bilang, I think you're an olive deh, olive skin tone. And di Indonesia kan belum terlalu ini ya, banyak olive skin tone ya.
Yeah.
And then one time I tried the foundation like olive skin tone, and it was a match.
Cocok.
Jadi finally I found, kayaknya after 1 year deh, almost 1 year nggak nemu-nemu shade yang cocok. Finally I get my yang sama gitu foundationnya. Itu susah sih.
Iya, itu enak sih. Actually, I've never thought about that. Karena aku juga kesusahan cari shade. Maybe I should just ask the makeup artist next time.
Iya, bener.
Iya.
And also every time the makeup artist kayak make upin kita kan sebenarnya jadi kayak ikut kelas makeup kan,
ya
kan?
Bisa
Nonton, iya, kayak apalagi kadang mereka bikin alisnya gimana, jadi kita bisa tahu juga. Itu sih advantage jadi model juga.
Iya. Jadi pas syuting atau maybe even casting, kamu pernah kayak menghadapi kritik gak? Karena I mean di dunia modeling tuh sering banget terjadi kan. Tapi have you ever experienced it?
Critics ya, of course lah, ya kan, especially shoot ya.
Iya.
Ya kan, maybe kalau lagi runway, the choreographer maybe kayak ya ngebenerin kita jalan gitu, tapi shoot sih menurut aku yang lebih kritiknya yang lebih apa ya, lebih kena tuh apa ya?
Iya, lebih kena gak apa-apa.
Lebih kena gitu karena kan kayak the simple thing itu contohnya look lah, ya kan, kayak your face is like too round, your face is too apa sih kalau too sharp gitu loh. Kan my face kan kayak ada cheekbones gitu kan.
Yeah.
Jadi one time aku tuh lagi kurus banget. Jadi my apple cheeks is like so shaped gitu, so sculpt. And then they was like, oh your face is like too sculpt. And then aku maunya tuh kayak face-nya tuh lebih round, lebih kayak round shape, lebih enggak, karena kalau scalp gini kan lebih kelihatan tua ya, lebih kelihatan mature. Mereka maunya yang lebih kelihatan young. Then I was like, tapi kan kita nggak bisa apa-apa ya, this is my natural face gitu loh.
Kadang orang kayak gak mikir,
Iya,
ini juga
nggak
manusia.
mikir, iya makanya. Gitu sih kritiknya paling.
Kamu hadapinnya gimana biasanya kalau dapet kritik gitu?
Ya kan jujur kita nggak bisa mungkin try my best untuk get the expression yang mereka mau gitu loh. If it's kayak kalau muka ini kayak lebih terlalu fierce, mungkin ya bikin jadinya ekspresinya jadi lebih soft lagi, jadi nggak terlalu fierce gitu paling. Sama makeup lah, permainan makeup, dan itu kan makeup artist ya.
Iya. Tapi pernah gak sih kayak kena mental karena kritik?
Kalau kena mental mungkin lebih ke waktu casting and then aku nggak get the job.
Okay.
Tapi itu awal-awal sih, kayak in my first year modeling, kayak every time I got rejected, kayak pasti kan ada kayak kena mental kayak, aku kurang apa ya, kurang ini, apa ya ininya, feedback dari mereka gitu loh, kenapa aku nggak keterima, dan yang terima tuh malah yang si cewek ini, kayak kenapa gitu kan. Tapi seiring berjalannya waktu sih, kayak sekarang kalau aku dapet rejection apa dari casting and job anything runway, udah lebih kayak ya udah sih, kayak apa yang buat aku ya buat aku, kalau enggak ya udah enggak gitu.
Apalagi kan actually you started at a very young age kan? How old were you when you started?
16.
Oh my God,
masih SMA.
Do you regret starting that young?
No,
No?
ya.
Okay.
Karena tapi beruntungnya juga karena I have a school yang support and
Yeah.
parents and support and a good agency and that's all kan.
Okay, that's good. Good. Yeah, you also got very lucky kayak agensinya emang
Iya.
very good from a young age.
Iya,
yang kayak
benar.
somebody that really takes care of you.
Karena some people juga get into the wrong agency kan sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's sad to see for me. Like I'm gonna, maybe this might offend some people, tapi kayak kadang aku kayak ngerasa sedih kalau lihat kayak let's say like underage girls itu pakai bikini, udah pakai
Yeah,
bikini, udah
yeah.
pakai lingerie. Yeah. And I think we got a very good protected agency.
Iya, true.
Let's get into some juicy questions now.
What's that?
Okay, I wanna ask. Kamu pernah nggak pacaran sama model lain?
Oh, nggak pernah lagi.
Nggak pernah?
Nggak pernah lagi.
Pernah deket nggak?
Ya, nggak deket sih. They approach me, but nggak tahu ya. I think it's only me or what. Tapi I don't really want to pacaran sama model lagi.
Me too
Sorry
sih.
ya, no heart
Honestly
no hard
same,
feelings
by the
ya. No hard feelings guys. Tapi ya untuk sekarang sih ya. Tapi kan aku nggak mau ini juga ya. Nggak mau ini juga. Jadi untuk sekarang sih kayaknya nggak. Not with models.
Yeah. No, honestly, ini mungkin I'm a red flag, okay? I'm a red flag. Tapi I feel like male models are a red flag too.
True. Iya,
Ya kan?
true. Iya, bener.
Kayak
Bener.
aku pernah actually kayak I didn't date tapi deket. Only once in my life, entire life, okay? This was 2019. Aku deket sama some model. And then lagi galau-galaunya tiba-tiba masuk sponsored posts. Lagi galau tiba-tiba jalan-jalan di mall ada mukanya.
Oh my god.
So guys, that's why you shouldn't date a model.
Iya. Enggak sih, aku juga menurut aku sekarang enggak.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
But we don't know masa depan kan.
I don't think I ever will.
I don't think I ever will.
How do you feel about people thinking that models are dumb?
Stereotype itu udah lama banget sih ya.
Iya kan?
Kayak models are dumb, models kayak cuman pose-pose doang dibayar like. For me kayak itu bener-bener salah gitu loh.
Yeah.
Kayak models are dumb. Kita kan kerja juga, we have the things that we need to do kayak beradaptasi lu paling susah loh dan juga
Iya.
berkomunikasi sama orang yang beda-beda tiap shoot. Kayak every shoot beda orang, beda fotografer, beda MUA, beda model yang bakal foto sama kita, semuanya beda gitu. Dan aku itu dulunya adalah introvert ya sebelum aku jadi model. Tapi setelah aku jadi model kan dipaksa untuk menjadi extrovert dong.
Iya.
Nggak bisa dong kita kayak jadi model. Introvert itu benar-benar nggak bisa menurut aku karena kita kan harus berkomunikasi karena photoshoot kita akan menjadi bagus kalau ada komunikasi yang benar kan antara kita, fotografer dan klien kan. Jadi menurut aku model dumb, absolutely no.
Yeah.
And ya itu sih kayak, and also we get itu yang tadi so many rejection, so many challenges juga, dan kita dituntut untuk ini, suruh harus ini, dan itu kan juga bukan sesuatu yang bisa kita lakukan tanpa knowledge, tanpa pengetahuan gitu loh. Ya gitu sih menurut aku.
Bener banget, itu jawabannya bagus banget by the way. Tertarik ikut pageant gak nih?
Michelle Valerie.
Ayo opening number.
Oh my gosh, you
No.
20 years old, I think. Okay.
Tapi ya bener banget sih. Kayak people think that anybody can model, and okay, yeah, anybody can become a model,
Can
anybody
become
can learn.
model,
Tapi
yeah.
it takes skill, which develops over time. And it's not something that's easy. Kayak harus belajar pose. Itu
Bener.
kayak everyone thinks kayak pose itu gampang. Tapi pose itu susah aslinya.
Iya.
Apalagi kayak kasih variety. Kalau ada lookbook 100 baju,
Iya.
gimana mau kasih pose yang sama terus?
Yes. Maybe, tapi kan kayak we talk about pose and runway gitu kan, itu the basic things lah yang
Yeah.
masih kita bisa pelajari di, contohnya kita ikut sekolah modeling,
Yes.
kayak kursus. Tapi menurut aku itu yang paling susah, kayak kita beradaptasinya, itu menurut aku yang lebih susah lagi sih.
Iya.
Dan mengetahui, kita bisa mengapa sih namanya itu? Mengasih apa yang klien mau gitu kan.
Yes.
Sometimes kayak klien ngasih kita arahan yang ini kalau didengar dengan orang awam ya, ini
Yeah.
sebenarnya nggak masuk akal dan kayak bingung gitu loh, kayak dia mau ini tapi ini juga deh gitu loh. Jadi kayak kita harus bisa memproses itu semua dan sebisa mungkin mendeliver itu dengan menjadi sesuatu yang dia mau. Ya itu yang paling susah menurut aku sih. Sama modeling.
Tapi kamu lebih prefer kalau klien itu kayak misalnya kan kadang ada pose reference. Kadang kayak mereka bilang oh ini reference dan just like maybe kayak ya softly follow it, kayak gak usah exact. Tapi kadang ada yang bilang enggak, harus pas gini. Kakinya itu lebih panjangin lagi, kakinya yang belakang ganti gitu.
Iya, the face kurang mirip gini.
Which one do you prefer?
Yang ini sih yang bisa kita improvise menurut aku. Iya.
Kan kadang-kadang it feels like kayak agak susah kan kayak to make it the exact same.
Iya, benar. Iya. Kalau aku sih lebih improvise.
Tapi that's our job as models. Kayak we have to find a way to make it work. And that's what's also difficult and people don't understand. Because it's not just like posing however we want. It's posing how the client wants.
Yeah, and also not only the look, like because we're pretty, we can be model, it's already pretty, so no.
Ada a lot of work juga, harus diet, harus skincare, harus
take care of body.
Banyak
banget.
One more question.
Okay.
So what do you think is the best thing you've learned from modeling?
Selama aku menjadi model selama 4 tahun ini, diajarin untuk menjadi tough sih, ya kan? Karena we get a lot of rejection, kita go to pekerjaan yang beda-beda, kayak kita harus beradaptasi juga secara gampang dan itu hitungannya kan secara instan ya. Kayak kita nih, hari ini kita kerja untuk shoes, kita tiba-tiba jadi model untuk shoes, habis itu besoknya, kita jadi model untuk menjadi mom gitu kan. Nah itu switch-nya itu menurut aku adalah hal yang susah dan itu aku pelajarin banget sih di modeling ini, kayak kita harus gampang beradaptasi gitu. Itu sih. I agree very much. Karena kayak bukan sekedar pose aja, itu sekedar pose and beautiful face,
no, it's selling a product, it's marketing at its in a soft form.
And also like tomorrow you become a bride gitu loh kan.
Iya beneran, adaptasi itu penting banget. Tiba-tiba one day you're disuruh pakai full black eyeliner everything, next day bride bisa.
Terus kayak no eyebrows gitu kan.
Tapi itu seru sih.
Do
you prefer commercial or editorial work?
I like both sih, tapi now I get banyak commercial.
Tapi what do you like?
I cannot choose actually.
Really?
Apa ya? I cannot choose sih, both. Aku suka dua-duanya.
Okay. Aku suka editorial sih kayak. Like make me like literally like just like you know yang bener-bener very like alien-esque.
Alien nih.
Aku gak apa-apa, aku suka banget.
Oh ya?
Oh
wow. Tapi work for editorial banyak nggak di ini?
Enggak sih, kalau I work itu biasanya beauty actually. Tapi I like it when they transform me to something kayak yang I don't even look. I look like art, you know, technically jadinya.
Iya benar.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much, Michi, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.
Bye.